VIP in.
That's what's up. Welcome to the Land Your Bet Sports Betting Show. It's me and Matt, and I think Swish is going to be here in a minute. And I didn't even give Matt the heads up that we were starting, so we were just getting into it. But I'm letting everybody in the VIP know right now, or at least Matt is, and then we're going to get into this stuff. I'm down to talk about some football. I mean, somebody tell me why I shouldn't have bet on Josh Allen at minus 110 earlier when I did. It didn't move at all, man. So I hit that. Interested to hear what you have for this game too, Joker. If you wanted to put anything in there, I know you got some basketball bets here for LaMelo, Keontae, and Najee. Definitely take a look at that. Which one? Start with the first game, right? Is that the Dallas game? And get up to the top. Let me start sharing my screen. I'm going to be sharing PropsMadness. Going to be sharing the SwishLand dashboard as well for the projections. So just let me know what you guys want to look at, and Matt and I will get into it. So I'm going to get into just share my screen as people start to get in, start to see what's up, what's good, what's good. Hot sauce in here with Najee too. I messed up the welcome, Mark. I'm almost glad you weren't in here to hear it. It was pathetic. But what's the next one? We got James Cook under rushing. I can see that. If you guys have football stuff, like, let me know. I mean, I was saying a minute ago, I hit Josh Allen minus 110. The homie Nate told me to do that. And so I just listened. I mean, 8 touchdowns in his last 7 playoff games. I don't know. I'll take it. He turns into Superman. There's something to him running a bit more in the playoffs. So I'm with that. Let me start sharing this stuff so we can get it going. And I'll add Maddie. Yeah, Maddie's right there. Cool. All right. Is this right?
Yeah, I just switched my Wi-Fi.
What's up? That's what's up. Matt was having some from the depths of internet hell. He is back. This is gonna be the dashboard, so I'm gonna open this up and start looking at some of the team stuff. We'll get into the player stuff as well and try to find some numbers, and then we'll be using PropsMadness as well. I'm gonna see if no, you can still get the NBA props. I'm not sure if you were looking for threes or not, but we can get football or whatever you want. But all right, and Joker's dropping some looks for the NFL here in the chat too. We'll get to that. We got Watson coming in. I'm going to star some of these bets too, Matt. And if you see anything that you like that's coming in the show, let me know. We can just run down because we got this game in an hour. So we might as well start with this bet. And we got Najee looks here. You're the Najee whisperer. I know he's one of your favorite players. He's up there on top 5 jerseys that you would buy because of how much, in part because of how much money he's won you. So where are you at with Najee at these ridiculously high numbers? The first look was actually boards, 6+. And then if you have any thoughts on that in the points, I'm happy to hear it.
So I'm not sure what to do with is PJ officially ruled out?
Yes.
Okay, he is.
Yeah.
So the market knew, right? It stayed at 19.5 for his points. This is what I do with Najee. I'm not going to bet 19.5 points pregame. It doesn't make a lot of sense to. He will likely get those points though. What you need to do, and what I usually do, if he does not score in the first 5 minutes, which is very normal, hit him live, and you'll get him like 17.5, 16.5, depending on how lucky you are. That's the best way to bet Najee today.
Yep. That makes sense. So, like, hopefully he just doesn't start as fast. And this game is at a 3-point spread, despite the last one being a 22-point game that they just played 2 days ago. I know it's going to be a different look squad, too, so it's understandable. Still, there's going to be Nurkic in this game as well. Do you like the boards at all? I know you would wait for the points. Did the boards do anything with so few guys to like? I was going to go PJ double based on how few bigs they have. They don't have any bigs now. So is there anything to that?
It's very weird. I assume just by looking at who's available, Brandon or Nimby are going to be the primary ball carrier. I would think Max and Clay are going to share like the shooting guard position. So you would think, just by default, of that Najee would play low. And also there's the flip side of this. Literally the flip side of this. If he is playing down low, I think he can body Filipowski. So I don't hate the boards. The problem with it is, do you want to pay the juice for how many boards is it? It's not many.
It's now going up. No, actually, now it's the opposite. It was 5.5. You got to pay the juice for Najee boards. Now it's 6, and it's going up as we're speaking. I don't know if like PJ just got ruled out, but I was waiting for something to come down to tell me that, and I still don't have an alert from Underdog about PJ, unless I missed it earlier in the morning. But yeah, I don't think so. Oh, yep, he is. It was literally 5 hours ago. He was the first one to just be like, all right, he's out. And looks like Booker's going to play, which I like. So that's really helpful. Some of the bets that I still haven't gotten down yet. All right. So yeah, PJ is officially out. I can see Najee on the boards everything's so high, man. You just got to like play the matchup and the spot, which we don't have any data for. We don't have anything that says like when Najee plays without these guys and with those guys, like there's nothing here there's no precedence, right? So like for Najee, you could go minutes, I suppose, if you wanted to look at it that way and go like, let me get him to like 32 to 38. Like who's playing in this game for them? The other thing though to keep in mind, if you go to this box score for the Mavs last game that they played, and I put this in the episode last night, not a single player in this last game against the Jazz played 30 minutes. Every single dude, I guess Ace ended up with 30. Every other dude, and Walter Clayton did too. Was I looking at NBA.com? Either way, it's 20 to 31, right? There's not like a ton of difference here. You're not going to get one guy playing like 38 doesn't look like necessarily. Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about the Mavs. I'm tripping. The Mavs I was right about. 22. I was looking at the Jazz. 22 to 29 minutes for every single Mavs player. I was like, was I too high last night? No, I was the correct amount of high. So the minutes are going to be like pretty equal. That's where like guys like Brandon Williams who went 7 for 8. I don't like Najee's 22 was on 9 for 15. It's just thin margins if this maintains, and now we still don't have PJ. So it's like the exact same scenario. If you have precedents telling you like J Kidd's just going to play everybody because he doesn't even have a center, then all right. I mean, he ended with the 6 boards last time. There's nothing to really give me an edge there. Let me just pull up the projections real quick and see if that. Oh no,
that's kind of how I feel. Everything is so like perfectly like sharp. That's the reason I don't want to bet 19.5 Najee, though I do think he gets there just because of the thin rotation and who's available and it being Utah. But I don't want to bet 19.5 pre-game because 19.5 is what I would bet him for, I don't know, plus 300, plus 400 in a place where I think he would play up.
Yeah. It's all conjecture. It's literally all conjecture at this point. So we still, even with everybody out, we have Najee here at like 19.5. That makes sense. Usage trends. Fair market would be 7, but that's with everybody. So you bump him up probably 2 with like nobody. I mean, still from last game. What was his line last game real quick on the points? Najee's points were, let me get the minutes out of here. Just 24 in the last one. He closed at 19.5 last game and it goes up to 2 points or so because of that. Yeah. I'm just kind of out on Najee. I don't think that's where the value is on the Mavs. I was going to say like somebody's got a rebound for this team and it should still be somewhat of an easy matchup. But before I get into that, I might as well say like that just leads me to the flip side, which is Nurk, actually the Nurk side. Did he get ruled out?
No, but I think that he might just be a DNP. The reason being is, I mean, he's been a DNP for the past, 2 or 3 games?
They took all his lines. So they never posted the last 2 games. They never posted that Nurk was going to be out. He just didn't play. Is that what happened?
Yeah, bingo. Exactly. Boom. I take his 10.5 boards every time just to be safe.
All right.
This is like, get on the.
Yeah. Yeah. I was about to bet his 10.5 boards and now it's gone. But it was like, yeah, he's just going to body everybody. Maybe that's part of what happened. So what just happened was Nurk just got news came out about Nurk that is not public. Somebody has news on Yusuf Nurkic. Oh, it's the starting lineup. My bad. That's what it is. I'm an idiot.
Yep.
30. Let me pull it together. 34 minutes ago, the starting lineup came out, and it was saying that Nurk is not in it. And so when everybody sees Nurk not in the starting lineup, they're like, well, he's not coming off the bench, so he must be another scratch like he was the last 2 games because Will Hardy is on some nonsense right now.
He's on something. I don't know if I'll title it nonsense.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I this is also high for everybody. I just look at things like 18.5 for Brandon Williams. I'm like, that's an automatic fade. But then it's like, well, it's the Jazz and it's 29, 28 minutes for him, just like last game. I'm not trying to guess with the Mavs here. Let me see if anybody has anything they like in this one. Yeah, just got the Nurk news that he's out. So yeah, Keontae stuff. I mean, at this point, like what happened last game just scares me. So I'm going to move on from this one because what happened last game is still going to scare me in this one, right? Like if we look at the Jazz here, so they just don't play Nurk. And similarly, everybody plays like 20 to 31. Flip probably got a little bit of a raw deal because he had 4 fouls. Ace Bailey still played 30 with 4 fouls, but I don't think anybody's getting to like 35 minutes, right? I mean, Walter Clayton played more minutes than Isaiah Collier at one point. I don't know. Does it just go back to Ike, like Isaiah Collier? Do you have any thoughts on the Jazz? I guess that's where I would go because I'm out on figuring out the Mavs.
2 things. One, I actually didn't even bet Collier this time just because I didn't want to bet 7.5 for minus 140. Like that was just never. I would have bet 7.5 at like even money or somewhere above even money, but
because we would have bet
that
6.5 whatever you gave it to us.
minus 140, right? Like it's like, and I understand he's starting. That's not the problem here. I don't think it's mispriced. I don't think it's lined wrong, but I think it's mispriced, the line specifically. The other thought I had is I agree with Swish. I'm going to take just Philip to 20 and just cross my fingers, hope for the best.
Yeah. I'm really
That's
glad
the only value I see.
I was about to fade Flip 24, 25.5 before, or like 23, 24.5, and now it's up another point because I didn't know Nurk was just not going to be a play until that starting lineup just came out 30 whatever minutes ago now. So that just turns everything upside down a little bit here, man. Let me pull my notes back up for a second because I got to cross off Nurk. I think Collier, like that's what I was just looking at real quick. If you do look at Collier, he's a psychopath, and you just give him, I don't know, was he 26 minutes? Like 26 to 32. I mean, like, still, I don't know if 7.5 should scare us. It just is like we set our projection at like 6.5 minus 140 or better. We're good to go. Auto bet. You start getting us another full point up with the same odds. You still got to pay that. It is annoying, but 8 is something that he's going to do if he plays 26 freaking minutes, man. Against this defense too. So I don't even know if I like need to play it on principle or anything, but I can understand if somebody wanted to play it. Flip it, like just going in on Filipowski to just go at the points. That's fine. I still don't trust.
This is the Najee bet.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. This is the Najee bet that I would typically do. Like this is the only person on the board that has upside. Right.
You're at 15.5, but you like them so much that you just take them to 20. That's kind of the flip angle, right? Let me pull up Utah again. I think I have Dallas up, so let me pull Utah up on the dashboard. I do want to let everybody know too, if you're jumping in and you never use the dashboard real quick, we have a free demo of it, which I'm super proud of Swish for getting done in like not a day, a couple hours. But if you go to the demo on the nav bar here, you can get one game a night for nothing. So if you just sign in and create a free account on the site, then you can just get access to this dashboard. This today is for the Hornets and Dubs, which might actually be an interesting game, but luckily I am able to get full access to it. So the Utah stuff here, Nurk out. We got it. Is Swish in the show?
Yes.
Have you? Oh yeah, there he is. My bad. There's Swish. If you do see him in the chat, feel free to hit him with any of the bets or questions you have about the dashboard, questions you have about any bets as well. Shout out to David. Prop happens. I love the new logo or name there. Anyway, David. Happy Saturday to you, man. Too. Yeah, David's always got plenty of good looks. He's in the VIP chat, so feel free to hit him up as well. You can tag these guys in the chat, and they'll hit you back. And if you do have a bet you want to look at, it's actually helpful to tag at the Matt Stevens, right? Matthew or Matt?
Oh, I'm not in chat right now, but I'm
in chat. Never mind. So just don't worry about tagging. I'm going through the chat. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, my boy's internet got just shut down entirely. That was nonsense. Let me see real quick.
Hard Rock's after me.
Yeah. So we got Collier assists in there. We've got him at about 6.7, but again, we don't have the right minutes because everything's just trying to catch up. So yeah, if we can see if the Utah stuff will catch up, but let's keep moving because what do we have today? Is it 6 games? No, it's like 9 games. Yeah. My bad. It's like a full slate. So we can keep rolling. Yeah. This stuff's coming later, but at least we can get to it. And yeah, I think the end point here is like Flip is the only person right now in the Jazz that people feel comfortable with. I'm just trying to think like a couple other guys that could be sneaky good rebounds. 4.5. I guess that's pretty fair for Martin. There's going to be value somewhere, even if everybody plays the same amount of minutes essentially as last time.
Christie?
I just don't know where it is.
Potentially? Yeah. No, he's at 4.5.
Who did?
I was saying Christie, but he's at 4.5.
Oh yeah. That's high for him too. There's stuff here that's too high. Maybe it's just Bryce again. For sure, Utah. Like, I don't want to figure this out right now. I think I might just get a bet down on Isaiah Collier and keep moving. I do have some stuff here for
question.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I was going to answer 2 questions in the chat. King is asking, is Nurk out or off the bench? The assumption of mine is he is out because this has been the same thing for the past like 2 or 3 games. I don't think he's coming off the bench. I think he's going to be DNP. There was another question earlier about like assist. Who would you take, Keontae, Collier, or Nurkic? I think of those 3, I would go Collier.
On the dimes.
Yep.
It was Collier or here we go. Limp Hooper. Limp Hooper. Who covers their assists? Collier, Keontae, Nurk. So Nurk's out. Did Keontae go up to? Honestly, part of why that's making me laugh is just because it makes me say Pooper. Collier, Keontae is really the question. And I think, yeah, so Ike is at, when I say Ike, I mean Isaiah Collier, right? Ike isn't short for Isaac. I keep feeling like I have to say that. And then Keynote assists, -120, -130 in that range. And you said Collier, right? Even though it's too high.
Yeah. Yes, only because I trust Collier more.
The thing that would scare me about George, and I think the reason it is low, and I wouldn't say no to like both. Like, why not both? Mostly because who else other than Walter Clayton are you like, hey, this guy can assist when he's out there? It's certainly not Sensabaugh, and I certainly don't trust Cody Williams to do anything. So for Keynote's assist, like the only reason I would say it's like a little bit low. His 6, yeah, it's been 6.5 in like pretty good matchups. Let me see what we have for him on the player dash real quick. If I pull up Keontae and see what we have for fair, just based on like recent stuff. 25, 5.5 is fair, and then you take the opponent and you bump it up right to like 6.5. You say that's fair. I think like 5.5 is too low in the, against the Mavs, not the Jazz, but I do think 5.5 is too low. The fear that I would have for Keynote is what happened in this last game, which is they're like, well, we're dead, we're done. He's not the guy. Like, he's playing still because I think he is a part of the future of the team. Mark is not playing because if Markkanen plays, then they're just liable to win. But I think they know if they play Keontae out there for 28 to 30, like, they're fine and they'll still probably lose. And that would just mean that he's limited to not 34, 35, which is when you get those fair numbers. So I think that's the problem, is the minutes are not trustworthy for Keontae in this game. And that's why I would also say Isaiah Collier in a game where all these guys are out, like Markkanen and Nurkic, seems like a throw in the towel kind of situation, just by proxy of who they're playing. So I think Collier is the guy that's safer minutes, and Keontae's minutes actually are not as trustworthy at 34, 33. Like, they're not going to get there. So, all right, let's get to Celtics Hawks. And quick reminder, if y'all would give that video a like, just so anybody who's on their couch watching the NFL right now can also get some YouTube stuff if they want it. So Celtics Hawks, because I've been talking forever, let me ask you if you have any thoughts on this one before I move into some.
I'm tempted to take Simons over 16.5. I'm not going to do it just because principles, but I'm very tempted.
Yep, I get it. I have give me 2 seconds, because I just got my bets down, so I just want to add them to the card here on the thing, and one of them is from this game, so that's why I do like it. But what's your Simon stuff? Would just be that Pritchard's out, and you think he gets the easier of the matchups that are going to be out there on defense, probably from the Hawks.
Bingo.
Yep, I know my boy, man. We talk enough hoop at this point. I feel like I know your angles.
Just very simple.
It's also not like a private angle. It's just an intelligent angle. So anybody could get there. For Simons, man, like, I don't trust him. He's definitely a I don't trust you player. And even though, like, he's not somebody that I'm in a rush to play because somebody else is out necessarily, but maybe I'm wrong and I should check the usage before I open my mouth, because that would be what I would want to look at for data. Take that for data. What I'd want to be looking at is what does he do with a certain amount of usage? So let's say that his usage goes up, right? Because he's going to be playing without Pritch. Like, Pritchard's leaving behind like 16 shots a game or whatever. So let's start with minutes and just be like, he's got a high ceiling now. He's got Pritchard's ceiling of minutes, essentially. They need another guy like Pritchard to be able to shoot. You can get to 20. I'm out on Simons, but this makes sense to me that you would do this. I think the Hawks are a little bit underrated still on defense at this point. Like, CJ's at least an upgrade from Trey, because we go from like Trey being a traffic cone that you can just do whatever you want with, to like CJ McCollum can move, just not very big, right? So like, I think they're still good. They've been the 6th best defense in the last 5, all without Trey, and since the trade as well, even with CJ, they've had a good run on defense. I don't like much in the way of overs in this game in general. It's 229.5. I'd actually be leaning under, even though the Hawks play at a really fast pace. That helps me not like much overs there. But the place that I think that we do have an edge is CJ, because I think his ceiling for minutes, and here's where I'm going. And I talked about this in my episode last night that I put out. If anybody is interested or saw it, then like, you can look at the injury report. And I know if David is still in the chat, he loves this angle too, where if you go to the injury report for the NBA, it's official NBA injury report, just official.nba sportsbooks.com. I think I have that linked in the description of the video too. But if you pull this up for the Hawks, you'll see a bunch of G League guys that are all questionable to play. So all I had to do was go, all right, the G League squad for Atlanta is the College Park, and I forget their mascot. They're in College Park though, right? And so you've got Ricochet out and you've got Dyson's questionable. Well, College Park is playing in College Park last night and then tomorrow. So they're around. So there's G League guys that are around if they want to come up, right? It says available for these two anyway right now. It's gone from questionable to available. So these guys are going to be in. I think that Dyson is out. So that's why I love CJ McCollum, because I think we're going to be seeing CJ McCollum's usage go up even higher. And even just in the last 3 games that he's been here with the Hawks, he's based in the first game, just 24 minutes, took 14 shots, right? Like what's the usage on this stuff real quick? So this is huge. 26%, 41%, 30% in that usage. And he's playing 29, 27, 24, ramping up the whole time. Now I think we are for sure going to get Dyson. I think it's very, 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 very likely. I think it's like an 80% chance that Dyson Daniels is not playing in this game. Or if he is, he's just not going to see many minutes. Listed at questionable right now. With those G League guys coming in and playing, Caleb Houston's going to be in this game. Whether he plays or not, he's going to be available. I don't think Dyson is. I love CJ in this point. I took the points and the assists for him in this one because I think the 3.5 assists are still a really good number if you wanted to play that. But that's my favorite bet in this game. And any thoughts on any of that?
Yes, I took it as well. My other thing I was looking at was VIT. I think just for rotational purposes, it's only 8.5 points. I was really considering just taking him to 10.
Yeah. I think it's just the minutes, which is under like you can get there with it for him. I think take Jalen Johnson out. I think it's like if he plays, I mean, I think his floor is still about 20, but if he can get up to like 28, yeah, I think if he plays 24 to 28, then you're in a sweet spot. But he does need minutes, is my only thing with Vit. And even though he's a starter, he's sometimes like a pseudo starter. But I think 8.5.
No, I totally get it.
Plus. What's that?
Yeah, 100%. This is just purely an upside play. That's a low number with an upside play.
Mm-hmm. I totally get it. And actually, this is a defense in the Celtics that's complete opposite of what it was last year, where it limited all the catch and shoot and spot up stuff and gave up pull-ups because it didn't double team. Now they're attacking the pick and roll ball handler a lot more, the primary ball handler in general, and then they're giving up a lot more from 3, and they're giving up a lot more spot up. So Vit would be a guy that I'd like. I mean, I think I like CJ because he's doing both. I think he's going to dime up people on those types of plays as well as get some catch and shoot off of like Jalen Johnson, essentially. So Kispert would be interesting as well. Let me see if there's anything in the comments about this one specifically, and I'll head up for a minute. This is an interesting question. Who's more likely to get weak side rebounds depending on who they're guarding, Simons or White? I like White's RA upside if it is White. Interesting. Let me pull up D White for a second. So I see where you're at, and I'll start with the boards. 5.5 is definitely peak price for him. Let me see what we have his number at on here for fair. And what I'm looking at here when I go to these things is like, what is the sort of fair? Damn it. What's the fair number that we start with? Just saying, regardless of matchup, regardless of the opponent, what's Derek White's fair numbers that they should be listed at according to recent stuff and a few other trends. But fair market points, we have 19 for D White. Boards, we have at about 4, right? I don't think Pritchard really impacts the boards necessarily. And I don't know that this is necessarily like a better opponent for rebounds. So I don't think I can get there with 5.5 boards for Derek White. 10 rebound chances might be there, but I just don't think that Pritch is really going to impact that. As far as weak side goes, like if you're talking about who's guarding whom, I do think Derek White is going to be on CJ at this point, and then Jalen Johnson's going to be have Jaylen Brown because that's the only other guy that can guard him. So that'll be the matchups I imagine. CJ is going to be playing a little bit more up top. I actually really don't like boards for Derek White. If he is guarding CJ, then that matchup is really, really bad for rebounds. As CJ is that dude playing at the top of the key, often starting at 33, 4 feet away, and then moving in. So he's not going to be in good position to get boards, short of like short rim shots coming right back to him if he's standing. So if you want to know weak side, Simons is going to be off ball in a place where they can hide his weak defensive ass as much as possible. So I ran it around in my head for a minute and got there with, if you're looking at Simons at 2.5 boards, that's a bet. I'd be fading Derek White 5.5 before going over, and I'll be going over on the boards at 2.5. That's just, I mean, if he's going to play 30 minutes, he's going to trip and fall into 3 rebounds, man. Like I'm with that. Even at like -150, if you get that number there, I'm okay with it. So I appreciate the question. That's a good look. I like these like random ones like that. That's going to be stuff that we can get.
I like what David is saying in the chat, and is pseudo correlated to this.
Okay.
I like the idea of D White being the primary ball handler tonight. I like the assist as well. I think that makes a lot of sense.
I'm interested to know, David, do you think that Peyton Pritchard is more on ball than D White in general, like when they play? Like, I'm not really sure, and I know you're watching this stuff up in New England for the C, so I'm interested to know what you think there. But that's what David's saying. He does like the assists here for Derek White. Let me pull those up. Are they 4.5?
Wow, 5.5. But I'm echoing his sentiment. I agree with it.
Juiced.
Yep.
5.5. A bit more on ball. There's no real Pritchard. Let me see if there's anything. Let me just, I know Pritchard's played so much that the only possible chance we have of getting any sort of like on-off numbers that would help us for him is going to be, what the hell? Is going to be just like when he's off the court. So I'm just going to go to the on-off stuff real quick. Finish the Boston stuff with that. Jaylen Brown got bet down. I was ready to bet under 32.5 points or like 38.5 points in assists. I was ready to go under on that for Jaylen Brown, and it definitely got bet down real quick. Let's put Jaylen Brown and Derek White on court and take Peyton Pritchard off court. I just don't know if we're going to have much there. Were you going to say something, Matt?
I'm definitely taking Anthony Simons over 2.5 boards right now.
Yeah, like that's I think that's a smart bet.
That is a banger.
Yeah, I think that's a smart bet. Where is that at? Still on reps. Minus 154 is the best number. Like, I think you can feel free to add that to stuff. Yeah, my boy is in the chat. That's great. My boy's in the show, so we're getting stuff down. He goes, I just bet Anthony Simons for us. So it's good. That's good. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think that's a really great look. That was from my fellow Josh. I don't remember his last name, but I know it was a Josh because we'd be like that. What the hell team does he play for? The Celtics?
Side note, Keon Coleman over 21.5 receiving yards. You're welcome.
Thank me later.
Thank me later.
All right, that's easy. I love that. Let's see. So Derek, the last thing I'll say, y'all, is just like there actually is about 236 minutes of Derek White, Jaylen Brown playing together without Peyton Pritchard. And per 36 minutes, D White's numbers don't look great. The assists are at about 5 per 36. JB's at about 32.8 points and about 4.8 dimes. It's not like an end-all be-all. It's just definitely a data point that doesn't help much in terms of Derek White overs. But again, if you guys think he's going to be on ball a lot tonight and you like his matchup enough to like find shooters and whatnot, then I'm with it. I'm definitely not going to like talk you off of it. But that's the data. Let's get to another one. I got to add one thing, a couple things to the card real quick and get a couple things down. Do you have any thoughts about another game? I didn't look at Pacers Pistons much just yet, but I'd be happy to go there if you have any thoughts on it.
Let's go to LA.
All right. Is that Portland in Portland?
Yep.
This one right here?
I am looking at Marcus Smart points.
Marcus Smart.
It's moved. Wait, no, there's still an 11.5 out there. Yeah, I would take 11.5 points over Marcus Smart. I even also like his assists. His assists are juiced. I just think when you don't have Luka on the court, and obviously there's going to be some old heads out here arguing for LeBron, and I get it, like he deserves to be argued for. But yeah. I think you're going to see a lot more Marcus on ball, and I like him facilitating. I also, and this has been a cash cow for me, by the way, even with Luka. Hasn't lately. I haven't been hitting it because of situations, but I think this is a good situation for him. I also like him to score. I think 11.5 points is just too are not enough without Reeves or Doncic and an old man LeBron out there. Old
LeBron. Careful. There's probably some people in here that are older than LeBron. I'm not one of them.
Well, it's okay. Marcus Smart's going to cash me tonight, so I don't.
Yeah, no doubt. Fine. Marcus Smart. No, I'm with it. No, for sure. And I mean, I don't know about the LeBron stuff. Did anybody have anything about him in the chat? Did you see for LeBreezy?
Let's see. I'm actually not seeing anything about this game in chat. But no, I love Marcus Smart tonight.
Yeah.
I thought about just doing PRA, but I just don't think he's going to be weak side, so I stayed away from it.
I get you.
Another thing I thought I liked in this game was, then shout out to my boy. Is this available now? No, it's not. Shoot. I was going to say shout out to Swish. I was thinking about taking Vanderbilt rebounds, but
no, you always have to shout out Swish when you say that. He's always like, what are Vanderbilt's rebounds? He's always asking that question.
Every single time. Another good look, I think, would be, I'm sorry, is sneaky is Gabe Vincent 3-pointers. Just who else is going to shoot? And I know that's super lazy capping, but I mean, truly, who else is going to shoot the ball outside of LeBron?
LaRavia.
That's another look I like. Yeah, that's a good look. I just think he's expensive.
Yeah. I was fading him at like 11.5 points. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go over 13.5. But when he's hitting, I think threes are what I would play with him. Well, I guess he's doing other stuff. Is Rui out again? I'm not even paying attention to this game at all.
He's not, I don't think, but we don't have lines. I am waiting on his lines.
Yeah, because he hasn't been playing many minutes, but there's no Luka. So that's about as much usage as you could imagine in the NBA that is going to be available, right? So, all right, let me just get this out onto the site for everybody.
Drew Holiday points are super interesting just because like he pulls up a lot, and I guess he might have Marcus Smart on him, but I think Drew Holiday points are very interesting since there's no Denny.
Yeah.
Also, we got to think LeBron probably has Kamara, right? That correlates to
he's the only one left.
Smart scoring. Yeah. Outside of LaRavia.
Yep. My CJ McCollum image. I hate that.
Yeah, Drew has been on restriction. That's important to note.
Who that?
Drew has been on restriction.
Oh, is he still on that minute restriction? Yeah, so that's why
I'm not sure if he still is, but yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Drew Holiday 3.5 boards. Let me check that out.
Drew Holiday 3.5 boards.
I don't necessarily love it just because I imagine he's probably going to be the engine behind this Trailblazers offense.
Yeah.
And so I just don't know where he's going to be on the court to get rebounds, especially offensively. I guess you could make an argument for defensively, but if you don't expect him to get rebounds offensively and we expect him to have a minutes restriction, I'm not sure I trust him to get all 4 boards on defense.
Right. Yeah, it would really have to be just mostly that you would have to feel better about the minutes, I think, right?
100%. I agree.
Yeah.
I've been hitting 8 and double, by the way, recently. That's been a good hit. Yeah.
Okay. I see it.
I'm not sure how I feel about it with Klingon on the court. Yeah. He's been printing, man. I got to be honest.
Yeah, I know. It's just like if you look at his stuff, it's probably like the one time that I didn't take him is the time that he did his thing. So
that's funny.
I know. All right, I'm almost done with this. It's taking forever.
I would honestly consider under on 41.5 PRA for LeBron James.
Is it 41.5?
There's a 42.5 out there on DraftKings and Hard Rock.
That is high.
Swish, can you do me a favor? Because I can't see it right now. I'm on limited screens. Can you get me like a rough idea of what the fair number for his PRA is, LeBron? Kling Kong PR. Let me see.
Is it for Drew or LeBron, right? LeBreezy?
LeBron, please.
Got you. LeBron stuff. 26.5 is the line. We still have 25.5. So fair would be 23, 28.5, 35, almost 36 for PRA.
You said 36?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that would be is DeAndre still questionable?
I believe so. I don't think we have an update on that.
Because that's why Jared Vanderbilt doesn't have lines.
Yep, that's exactly why. Oh, yeah, nothing's came out yet.
So LeBron,
Okay.
I think the projections themselves, I think right now, because Luka's out and there's more to go around, so the projections themselves are higher than fair market. 25.5 plus 5.5 is 31, 38.5. Still under 41.5.
42.5.
42.5. So,
yeah, there's 42s out there.
Portland's not a great opponent for unders. They are still playing pretty fast. Kamaro's not a good matchup, though.
Bingo.
Kamara's tough.
I mean, I don't like fading LeBron James, but he's getting up there in age, man. And I just don't know that I trust him to have the whole entire like defensive scheme and offensive scheme on his back.
Yeah, like it's just crazy to come here and see these numbers for him and be like, I have back pain from existing, and I'm like 2 years younger than him. I just don't like 3 years maybe. So
Hooper just gave a good point. Drew on front end of back-to-back.
Say again.
Drew just gave a good point. I mean, sorry, Hooper just gave a good point about Drew. He's on the front end of a back-to-back, so he'll almost certainly be on minutes restriction.
And he likes the under there.
No mention on the under, but I think it's just a point to why not take.
Well, no, he's saying it has been under assists and all three specifically though. After that, which yeah. No, I'm with it. So they're playing tomorrow. Like, if anything though, like the only thing I would say about Drew is like, if they want to give him a few more minutes tonight and then know they're going to sit him tomorrow and he's going to get rest for like 2-3 days in a row, that might incentivize them to give him 25 minutes for Drew. That's the only thing. And Cody's warning everyone, LeBron's the GOAT for a reason. And like, you look at all that green, man, for LeBron, it's hard to argue. I get the fade.
Take Luka out and AR out though.
There's only like 3 games. It's 2 games. Yeah. Right. I mean, I'm saying getting blown out for sure. Right. That's what this one's about. To the Suns. And then the Raps, 36 minutes, 4 for 17. Yuck.
All right, I'm about to do the other. I'm taking it. I will accept.
Both those defenses are definitely better than the Blazers. So I just want. I'm just throwing data out there, but like the projections say it is not a bad play by any means. I'm certainly not trying to talk you out of it right now. So
no. I'm standing on business and I'm taking it though.
Yeah,
I think it makes a lot of sense.
Goodness, get that. I like that. All right. I got to see about is Booker still? He's probably going to play, right?
That's a good question.
He said he was seeing it shoot around. Let me put it that way. He was seeing it shoot around.
I like the idea of him playing them for sure.
Yes, I do too. And that leads me to a couple of things in this Knickerbockers game. I did take Miles for 15 plus. I don't really need to know about Jalen Brunson for that. And I did take Mitch Rob over 8.5, about minus 130, which is still there. So I took the boards for Mitch Rob and I took the points for Miles in this game. My 2 favorite bets in on the Knicks for sure. Like the only 2 guys I bet on the Knicks right now. On the other side, Grayson Allen's on a Hita, and I don't care as much about that. But I do think that 3.5 assists is too many with Booker playing, and I do think 2.5 rebounds is too low because I think he's getting back to minutes. Say again.
I took the boards this morning.
Boards? Oh, okay. God, yeah, always ahead of me. Those 3 hours matter on the East Coast, man. Take advantage, y'all. Wake up early.
Listen, I have to take advantage when Hard Rock's sleeping. That's what I got to do.
They stay sleeping. All right. I mean, he played 26 minutes, had 6 chances and 3 boards in that last game. Not much is going to change with the rotation other than he should get some more minutes, even if Book is back. Like, he should still be getting some minutes. So I like under assists over boards for him, and I'm going to play all of that if we can get down on MGM.
If you
hate drinking the juice, the last thing I'll say real quick though, just the last thing I'll say about this, and I'll want to hear what you have to say, is the overboards under assists should be a little bit correlated in a way to get you a bit better odds on your parlay. But yeah, I'm going with it. I'm betting Grayson Allen under. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with that. That makes a lot of sense, and I love negatively correlating things all the time. What I'm going to take.
Give us a bump. While you're talking, I'm going to go to FanDuel and see if that we get a little bump for the parlay for him. But what were you about to say?
What I would suggest is, one, I'm taking O'Neal over 9.5 points. If you want to take threes, I think that makes a lot of sense. I'm just always going to lean toward points. But what I would suggest, if you want to negatively correlate, take Grayson Allen under on assists with O'Neal over on points.
Do you think that'll get you a little? I don't know if that would get you a bump or not, honestly. But I'm also not the best at like what's going to really be baked into the negative correlation or what might be missed by them or something like that. Like Swish, I'm actually really interested to know if you have any thoughts on what Matt just said. Like if you take under for Grayson, but under assist for Grayson, but over for Royce O'Neal, do you think the books will give you a little boost in odds on a parlay like that because those are somewhat negatively correlated? I don't know if it goes that deep would be my only thing. I think the deepest it goes is like this player to do bad in one stat and this player to do good, and the same player to do good in another stat. But I'm not totally sure. Yeah. So I would be interested to hear.
I know I've done it similar in football before where I've taken, like, for example, I'll use Kyron Williams as an example to go under on his rushing yards but to score 2 touchdowns or a touchdown. And I think that definitely negative correlated in such a way that it boosted the odds significantly. Or, for X team to go over on their team total, but for the total of the game to go under.
Yep. I'm with that. Yeah. All right. Okay. Grayson Allen under. Yeah, I got that. Yes, that is good. That's good enough for me at plus 173. Over
there's an under. Someone's asking about under PRA for Mark Williams. I considered it last game and I think it hit. But at that point it was 22.5, and I think it's 20.5 now, which I think we're losing margin. Yeah, it's 20.5 right now. And I don't like losing that much margin in one game.
About Mark Williams. So you're saying last game it was the same.
22.5.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotcha. What's your thoughts on that?
So you're saying last game it was I missed the main point. Sorry.
So someone was asking under on Mark Williams 20.5 PRA. Okay. And I think you and I talked about this in Swish, and I was mentioning under PRA 22.5, I believe, yesterday or the day before. And he went under, it hit 13, but it's dropped 2 points since. And I think we're just losing part of that margin, which leads me just on principle not to want to bet it.
Yeah. The only I get that it's like another hard, tough opponent, just like the Pistons. The 22 minutes, was he like in foul trouble? 3 fouls. Like, I just don't know when Mark Will is going to play 22 versus 31, man. That's my main thing.
Check Williams under RA. I think that's a thinner margin of error. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I don't. For Mark Will, it's just like kind of minutes. I mean, I get that he doesn't do this very much. Let's look at what we have for him real quick. Let's go Phoenix. Ooh, the model agrees with me on Grayson Allen. 3-3.
W.
I agree with you, model. 20 PR, 21-ish PRA for Mark Will. 25 minutes, and this is the thing, is like this is his average, but it kind of fluctuates if you look at his recent games and all that. Where's Mark Will? I was just on him. Mark Will, let's look at his recent. So like fair is like 12 and 20, yeah, like 20. This is all fair numbers. And the key for me and why I'm just staying away is like, look at these minutes: 22, 31, 22, 25, 27, 21, 21, 22. I just don't trust it. And I think he needs to get to 26, 28 in that range before you like start to really feel good about betting him. But if he does get to that, then I don't feel good about betting an under on him at that point. So I just, because of that sort of volatility in his minutes, I'm just out on Mark Williams. I don't have this like pattern for when he does or doesn't play because I'm not in coach's head. So, yeah, I'm out on that one. I gave the best I like in this one, and then we gave the Grayson stuff that I got in as well. I got to just put that on the site. And then Royce was the last one I was considering. So you like the 9.5 points for Royce?
I like both. I'm always, you and I've talked about this. I've always a fan of points unless I'm getting like insane value on the threes. Yeah. Like when I say insane value above like plus 120.
Right. Yeah, because the threes would be the way to go. I mean, he is shooting like 80 to 90% of his shots from three. But
yeah, I don't disagree with it.
There's 3 extra shots. So like actually this last game is the perfect example. Royce O'Neal goes for 11 points, 3 for 8. Actually, you win both ways. Never mind. This is not the great example. You win both ways, right? The only example would be that he hits 3 threes and doesn't get another bucket, but he did get one more bucket in this game against the Pistons from 2 to get you over the points and the 2.5 threes. This game would be an under for both. Yeah.
Can I give it a better reason?
Yeah.
So for me to bet 2.5 threes, I'll be paying minus 130, where I can take his 9.5 points for minus 110. So
you've got the worst odds. Yeah. I'm looking at like something like FanDuel or Caesars, and I'm going
100%.
I could play under those. Yeah. I mean, look, it's a 3-point prop. I hate playing it. The only time I'm just like, look, I'm okay with playing it. Like I played it in this game, and I was fine with it because I actually thought he was going to take like 7 or 8 threes, and I was like, fine, 3 for 8. I'm great with that. He went 4 for 6, but it was the 6 that bothered me. So I don't know. I should be playing this because I have the same odds that I had last game for him in the same situation, and he's just been taking the same amount of threes. So I guess I am taking it. I'll probably play it for a little bit less. I might play that for half a unit, but I am going to play Royce O'Neal for half a unit as well. Mostly because if I don't and he hits it, I'll be like, "This is why you play it every time, man. This is why you play it every time." And I'm not doing that to myself today.
Yeah, hot sauce brings up a great point. Knicks collapse in the paint and the plus drop coverage.
They do.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I just, again, mine's an odds play.
Yep, no doubt. All right. The other stuff. Let me see. Is Tyler Hero have any news by chance? Anybody know that? No, he does not.
Let's see here. I don't
Still
believe
a questionable
so.
little biatch. So here's a thing. Pelle Larsson. Oh no, I thought I was gonna get to 4.5. Why is he at 3.5 assists? Where does he get off getting a 3.5 assist line like that? I mean, he has 9-8 potentials the last 2 games. But like, I mean, I guess this might just be a like thing of people being out, but it's mostly if Hero's in or out. So if Hero is out, let me just look at the amount of games he's played without Hero. If he's been getting like, I mean, this is still volatile, but let's say he gets like 24 to 28. Dang, dude, without Hero, this would be a bit scary. I can see that. I thought this might get to 4.5 because it was trending that way, but I'm so here for an under on Pelle Larsson assists against the best defense in the league. Like, what are we doing? But I guess he has been a better playmaker than I've given him credit for in these minutes. It's also like the Pelicans, the Pacers, the Bulls. That's where he's getting 7. So we have him at 2.5, but we still have I'm gonna hit this, man. This is gonna be one of those things that we talk about, Swish, where it's like, I like this, and then I go to the model, and the model confirms my likes, and I'm just like, all right, cool. But now it's at 3.5 on the prediction for him too. So we do have this at fair, but I do think there should be a bump down against the hardest team in the league. Like, this is another way that you use this, which is like, if I get my fair number on Pelle Larsson at 3.5 assists, and then I go to the matchup stuff and I'm like, yeah, but this is the hardest team to get assist opportunities against. Even though like OKC is also a collapsing defense that forces the ball to the corners, like, is Pelle Larsson at the top of the key getting double teamed by OKC to make sure he doesn't? I don't think so. I think they're just going to play him straight up. And then if he wants to like drive, he's going to have to kick, but I don't think there's going to be shooters open. So I'm talking myself into this, but I guess I'm just waiting on the Hero news, man. If Hero's out, this might go to 4.5. Maybe, probably not. Swish, do you think this goes to 4.5? Swish, help me. God damn it. I really want to play the under on this. Yeah. Cool. And Hot Sauce is agreeing with me over here too. So it's like, oh man. Yes, welcome to the headache, CJ. You know it too well.
I got an ugly bet.
Okay, I'm just gonna look at what David's suggesting real quick, and then I'm gonna go to that.
Yeah. Go ahead, go crazy. Go crazy.
Similar players, and then we're gonna get to it. Similar players, and I'm gonna stop obsessing. Ugh, by position, not this is points. Let's get to dimes. Everybody out here getting 3, man. This is just guards too, so it's not even like similar players. Everybody out here getting 3 to 5, and it's like, this is a main ball handler. Like even Dylan Harper has the ball in his hands more than freaking Pelle Larsson does. I'm not even trying to trash Pelle that much, but I guess I am more than realizing it. All right, I'm gonna put that down and get. What do you have?
I'm looking at Bam Adebayo under 31.5 PRA.
Okay.
It's ugly because he popped off last time he played them, but I just think this number's too high when you figure in the fact that Hero might not play, and this is likely to be a blowout.
Well, when you say popped off, you mean he had a great game on the RA. He had 14 boards,
Yes.
four assists, but he had 6 points on 3 of 10. So he didn't catch at all.
Right.
31
Yes.
and a half. Yeah. Let's pull up Bam out of the bayou.
What's the reason we wouldn't play this?
I'm gonna see if SwishLand is gonna tell us, but so we have fair for Bam at 17, 10, and 3, which is 20. Oh, that is 30.5. Yeah. We do have it at 30 and a half. This is, let's see recent stuff real quick. Sorry. Recent stuff would be 19 field goal attempts over here. Davion, Rozier, Jaquez.
Jaquez. That's true. That's probably why.
But Jaquez was out in this last game, and that was against the C's, and his line was at 28 and a half. And it went up by 3 against the best defense in the league. That's a prime time to take an under.
Yeah, and if you give him less than 30 minutes, again, I'm leaning into this is going to be a blowout. He's nowhere close to this.
Yeah. I also want to lean into the blowout. I was talking about that in the episode last night where I'm just like, hero, no hero, I don't care.
Swish, thoughts, concerns, questions?
The Bam or the Jovic being questionable also is probably bumping Bam up now that I'm looking at it. So Jaquez out is one thing, but this is his backup center. So now Bam's price, because if he's up by 3 PRA against a better team 2 days after he had 31 or 30 PRA, whatever, then that's because his backup center is also questionable. And that's priced like Jovic is not playing.
Yeah, that's got to be what
That's what's going on with Bam. So if Jovic doesn't play, you definitely don't know. You can't safely put Bam under 30 unless you buy into the blowout. In which case, if you go Bam under, just like parlay a bunch of other shit because you're just playing that, like just parlay all of it under, like points, rebounds, assists, or whatever, with OKC to win by like 10 or 15. Like, because all of that to me has to happen for Bam to not play 30 minutes. And if the cap is, well, if he doesn't play 30 minutes, this is a great bet. You might as well just lean into it. Right, because if he plays over 30 minutes, then like there's a shot in hell for sure. But I like the under for him more so. I get what you're saying. I don't respect Jovic enough to be like, oh, he's out, so don't bet Bam under. Like, I don't give a shit about Jovic, scrub ass. Anytime I talk shit on an NBA player, I either genuinely think they're too bad to play in the NBA, or they've just lost me money and I'm petty. So keep in mind that they would all dog walk us in basketball. AJ's a
let's reverse engineer this.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I like AJ too.
Yeah, but reverse engineering the Bam stuff?
Yeah, so if we think his PRA is 31.5 by proxy of Jovic being out, then that would mean the only other center on that could be on the bingo. So why don't we look at Quill? They don't have his lines
because they won't give us his lines because Jovic is questionable.
I would look at him closer to game time.
He could be a snipe if he's at like. I mean, if Jovic is out, I don't see him opening less than 8.5 boards. But they clearly do not trust him against this team.
No.
He is probably a walking turnover when he steps on the floor against OKC. So this all makes sense.
I also think it correlates to the blowout too. Yeah.
Yeah, like if I'm leaning into to 10 points here, then like I'm trying to find some unders for like even like SGA or J-Dub. They're all a little bit low, man, for like a game where it's like Miami's plays so fast that even if they're like pretty good on defense, like you're going to get some overs against them. AJ Mitchell is a really interesting look because 12.5 does feel low if you do think he's playing like 26-ish minutes because of a blowout, right?
Yeah, I took this last time.
And in the same matchup. He did good in this last matchup.
I believe
right?
so. Yeah.
Not a Demba.
I believe, if I remember correctly, I believe I did.
Ooh, we have him projected pretty highly. Sheesh. We have him fair at 13 in the minutes that he like normally plays. Just probably like low to mid 20s, because his recent points have been high. Looking at the games here, this Miami game, he had a 24% usage in 27 minutes. That's really good. So he ended with 16. Didn't shoot very well, obviously. Damn, he shot like trash apparently. Because I think he has some free throws. Yeah, I mean, I think 12.5 is low for him in general. We have his number at 12.5 or at 13. And that's not considering a fast-paced opponent with the likelihood that like he gets a few more minutes in a blowout win. So I'm with it.
Yeah, I want to take this for sure. I took him for 15 last time, and he got the 16.
Yeah, I get it. 15 plus even. Yeah, I'm just gonna write that down for myself real quick.
Yeah, I'm certainly taking it.
I dig it.
I don't think I saw anything else in this game that was particularly interesting to me.
Okay.
If you wanted to do Dort for 7.5 again, just because principles.
Yeah, the thing about Dort would be the if you do again buy into the blowout, that would be the Dort thing. He's going to be one of the top players, and this is one of the best parts too of the model is going to be he's one of the players that you can see on the dashboard. If you go to the matchup stuff for OKC, you select the matchup tab, you can go down to the rest and blowout patterns. So he loses a bunch of minutes in the blowouts, basically. Obviously your normal cast of characters. Like I was thinking about fading Caruso, honestly, but I mean it's a fast-paced game. If Caruso gets out there for 15 minutes, he could just be playing at such a fast pace. Like he's got a real TJ McConnell energy, if you know what I mean. All right, no one talked me into betting Pell Larson under, so I'm staying away for now. But if you get that 4.5
you should bet it now because it's going to hit.
My boy, if you get this 4.5 under available on Hard Rock, they got it hanging, but they're cowardly not giving you another side to the bet. Please don't ever bet a bet that doesn't, unless it's an alt. I guess maybe this is an alt 5+ for him, and it's actually at 3.5. But all right, moving to I'm gonna wait on that. Then the only other thing, real quick, that I wanted to look at, we should get into that Nuggets game for a second. Actually, I was thinking about fading Papa Al in this one. Papa Al Horford at 6.5 points. I just don't think he's going to make – I think he's mostly shooting threes. I don't think he's going to be needed in this game, but I'm going to move away from that for now. I think there's more stuff if you want to look at the Wizards and the Nuggets. So we just have to – they're playing. They're all playing. And then Brown's out. So any thoughts on this one, which should be a wildly spectacular blowout?
Yeah, Peyton Watson. But wait to bet it until when – yeah, he's a really – I don't know if y'all have ever heard of him, but he's a really good player.
He's good at basketball, though.
Yeah, 100%.
That we can
but I would wait until Gordon and Murray are –
I think they're listed probable here. I think they're good.
Oh, yeah, no, I believe they are in. But, like, I wonder if we don't see this go down to 8.5.
Yeah, if they weren't already probable, I would totally agree. But I don't think there's a strong enough tag keeping their stuff down necessarily. So I think
I like 19.5 too.
Yeah. Because if you look at him against the Mavs, he was 29.5 with Murray. That was the Mavs.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah. And this is actually he gets to play an actually worse defense than that. It just seems like the guy that's going to be in at the end of the game no matter what the score is, more than other starters. What happened to him here? He had 5 fouls in the Mavs game. That's why he failed to go over. Yeah, I'm playing this. This is peak pricing for him, no question. But like, even if you told me this is peak pricing for him, I could say to you, you don't know what peak pricing is for Peyton Watson. Like, he's actively getting better every game, and there's no Jokic. Don't tell me that you know what the peak price is for Peyton Watson. You don't. None of us do. It might be 32.5. So I'm going to keep playing it because the only reason he didn't go over last time was because he got some foul trouble. So we have him at 19, 25, 27.5. And that's what I was playing for him actively with Jamal Murray in. I'm fine to give him 2 extra on the matchup. And honestly, like, the points make as much sense as anything, right? If not more.
100%.
It's just the usage that I like, which is why I don't feel the need to like specify which prop he's going to hit more than the other.
Nah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hit the 29.5. This is a button number for me for P-Watt, who's gonna help me win my fantasy league, which is a nice prize. I will say that it's 5 figures. Yeah, you got to. Someone asked about Peyton Watson at the very top of the show, and I made y'all wait till this long. I apologize, but it's gonna hit the Peyton Watson now. P Watt.
Yeah, I have no qualms with that. Yeah, I'm probably going to also just take, for Swish specifically, take Trey Johnson over 15 points. He's at 14.5, but I mean, I'm like P. Watt, like I imagine he's going to just get enough run to get to 15 points. Yeah. I don't particularly respect Denver's defense right now without Jokic, so.
Yeah. Just because I'm doing this show and I'm actually not watching the NFL game just yet. How's this going? James Cook. Cooking a little bit.
Man's
cooking a little bit. Damn, I thought that was gonna say Josh Allen short right 2, but it's pass short right 2. There's your tutty. Who had the McCole Hardman tutty?
First touchdown tutty.
Come if you got the first TD, come get your freaking probably like 15-1. Which is crazy. Like even 15-1 is like that's still low for McCole Hardman first touchdown.
No, bro.
They be doing
he
that.
He was plus 2,200 on MGM just by himself, like straight up.
For an anytime or for first?
Yeah, that's what NFL Touchdowns is reporting. He was plus 2,200
for the first or anytime. Sorry,
no, anytime.
Anytime. Damn. Okay. So yeah, first might have been 15-1. How many people bet that? I want to know. I was also considering, like, I was just trying to get to the dig at the end of the bench here and be like, Jalen Pickett.
Don't hate it.
I think he was 9.5 in his last game. Yeah. So everybody's getting a little bump, but like, if that's for good reason, man. Right. All right. I do want to go watch some of this game. You took Trey Johnson. Bags came up short last night, dude. They did not play him.
Depressed.
They did not play him. I know. That was tough.
I figured just they were going to start Sabonis just because it was the Wizards.
Yeah,
and so
I know
I had
that would have been nice. Right. When he didn't start, then it was like, oh wait, Alex Sarr. I meant Alex Sarr. Like that's kind of what it turned into, right? Keyshawn come through for anybody last night? Nope. 15 points is not good. Yeah, I'm good on my Keyshawn consistency bets from back in the day. Feels forever ago now that we were betting him 26-6 consistently. He still hit the boards, but yeah, I think you look to the end of the bench, like Jalen Pickett's fine. Is Bub still priced pretty well, or Bub's all the way up here? Oh, 10.5. I can get there with Bub. He played the whole damn game yesterday. I was looking at it, I was like, Jesus. Who is so Koulibaly and everybody's still out, right? Like no Middleton, there's Middleton. But no Bilal. I think Trey Johnson makes sense again. But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad Denver defense right now. It's only missing Jokic, Cam too. All right. Don't remember if I had anything else I wanted to get opinions on. No, we got there with everything.
Have to give out Julian Chapini over 6.5 boards. Just on principle.
Julian or Justin?
Julian on Spurs.
Oh, right. We didn't even look at this game.
Yeah, just on principle. That's the only thing I have in that game, I think. But that's such a free. That's been a cash cow.
Which one is it, PR?
No, I'm just taking boards. I don't want him to score in this game.
Got you.
I might dabble in Dylan Harper, though. I might.
Okay.
I'm gonna take I just want some more news about Castle. That's what I just want more news about Castle. That's what worries me.
Okay, got you. Yeah, because Champagny could go up for sure.
Yeah, I don't think I have much more on the slate.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you brought that. I should be doing that. I mean, I have to get back into some stuff anyway because there's still some games I want to look at.
You're good.
But I want to do it with my head buried a little bit. Yeah, the Champagny stuff, man. Like he's one of my favorites. And the only thing that screwed me here is that I didn't take his PR against the Thunder, and I just took the boards. And then he did get the 13 and So like I'm here for the PR, man. I don't need to mess around with anything for him. But yeah, he's basically dragging. What's that?
I like one last thing. I'm leaning toward taking Miles Bridges over 16.5 points.
Did I not? I did that. Yeah, I forgot to say that I did that. But
Okay,
that's up on the VIP. I did that. That is too low. That's all that is. Like I just looked at Miles Bridges and I was just like, I know that's too low. And then I looked at the model and it was like, yeah, that's too low. And I was like, okay, great. That's all I needed to know, because like, yes, this is not the best matchup, but I mean, if he gets Jimmy or Draymond, still don't really care. There is no Musa in this one, so I thought about the boards, but 16.5 on the points. He's still at like 18.5 when he plays with everybody. If we go to the model, it's like, yeah, dude, you're good. His usage and everything, like his recent stuff is actually okay, not great. Like he's actually been down on the points because he had like 2 or 3 bad games, but fair market at 16.5, like I think that's still just like 1 point low. We haven't projected at 18 points. So the model still likes him, even though it's saying fair market's about where his number's at. It still has him at the, and because his minutes don't go down, nothing, but it's fine. Oh, I guess they did bring this down. This was at about 18.5, and then the market didn't pull it up. I'm fine. I already hit it. Like I'm just hitting that at 16.5. So yeah, I'm there with that. Got a lot of bets in here, only 2 unders again. I'm gonna hit Pellars and under assist because it is gonna hit since I talked about it. I'm probably just gonna have to hit on it. I'm just going to nibble. You don't have to bet everything a full unit if you don't want to. All right, man. I think I'm good here. If anybody's interested in what's going on, this is PropsMadness. If you want to get in on that, that is, you can use code LYB. That'll get you 25% off. That's what this one is. And the model here, thanks to Swish, who's in the chat as well. This is the SwishLand dashboard up on Land Your Bets. Want to make clear, like you can get a free trial of this full version. And then once you use that free trial up, if you want to go ahead and just use the demo, you can just go to the NBA demo here, which is landyourbets.com/NBA demo. And that would get you access to 1 game a day for free. Just got to sign up on the site for free. And then you can use this one at a time. So check all that stuff out. And I will say one last thing. If you want to try everything out for longer for free, if you do sign up for Novig, that's the Sportsbook Exchange of the Month up on the site. Sign up for Novig, where does go? And use code LYB. That'll get you 25% off. Or that'll get you a whole bunch of bonus and whatever, $25. And then just email us and let us know that you did that, and we'll get you a free month for your first month on the site. Try everything out for free, see if you like it. And that'll be email support@landyourbets.com. So that's what we got there. A lot of good looks in here, man. I don't have any thoughts on LaMelo. I have to look more into that game. We got into a bunch of stuff in here. So hopefully y'all got something out of this. I will be back for tomorrow's slate as well, because I'm trying to keep it going here on the YouTube as I slacked for like 3 days. But we'll be back for something tomorrow. So best of luck to everybody. Hope your football bets hit. Hope your NBA bets hit. Appreciate Maddie, as always. Live show producer Maddie Stevens. And until I see you guys next, happy betting.